Have you ever felt like you're chasing something you can never quite catch? A better job, a bigger house, more followers, more likes. And yet, the moment you get it, the satisfaction is fleeting, and you're already looking for the next thing. What if I told you that this endless, exhausting cycle of wanting and never being truly happy was predicted with stunning accuracy almost 200 years ago? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see your entire life.
We're diving deep into the mind of Arthur Schopenhauer, the notoriously pessimistic but brilliant philosopher who basically wrote the user manual for modern misery before modern society even existed. He saw it all coming: the loneliness in a crowded world, the constant pressure to achieve, the feeling of being a hamster on a wheel. He called this the pendulum of life, swinging back and forth between pain and boredom. The pain is the striving, the wanting, the desperate desire for something we don't have. And the boredom? That's what sets in the moment we get it.
Sound familiar? It's the Sunday night blues after a weekend binge watch, the emptiness after a big purchase, the what now after hitting a major life goal. Schopenhauer argued that this is the fundamental, inescapable condition of human existence. But is it really? Is there no way out? We're going to explore that. But first, we need to understand the source of this misery. Schopenhauer identified the culprit as something he called the will, with a capital W. Think of it as a blind, unconscious, relentless force that drives all of nature, including us. It's the force that makes plants grow towards the sun, animals hunt for prey, and humans constantly strive for more. The will doesn't care about your happiness. It only cares about perpetuating itself. It's the voice in your head that says, if only I had that, then I'd be happy. But it's a liar. The will is a bottomless pit of desire. Fulfilling one desire is like drinking salt water to quench your thirst. It only makes you thirstier. This is why lottery winners often end up no happier than they were before, and why celebrities with all the fame and fortune in the world can still feel profoundly empty. They are at the mercy of the will. But what's fascinating is how our modern world has taken this natural human tendency and put it on steroids. Think about it. Our entire economy is built on fueling the will. Advertisements are designed to create desires you didn't even know you had. Social media is a non-stop highlight reel that makes your own life feel inadequate, fueling envy and a desperate need for validation. We scroll through endless feeds of perfect vacations, perfect bodies, and perfect relationships, and the will whispers, you need that. You're not enough without it. Schopenhauer would have looked at Instagram and said, I told you so. He saw that we would create a world where we are constantly comparing ourselves to others, turning life into a miserable competition where the finish line keeps moving. We're not just dealing with our own internal will anymore. We're dealing with a global, digitally enhanced will that is constantly screaming at us from every screen. It's a machine designed to make us feel perpetually dissatisfied. So, are we doomed? Are we just puppets of this blind cosmic force, destined for a life of quiet desperation? Schopenhauer thought there might be a few escape routes. And this is where his philosophy gets truly interesting and, surprisingly, hopeful. The first escape route he proposed is through art and beauty. Have you ever been so lost in a piece of music, a beautiful painting, or a stunning sunset that you completely forgot yourself? For a few moments, the constant chatter in your head goes silent. The wanting, the worrying, the planning, it all just fades away. According to Schopenhauer, in those moments, you have temporarily escaped the tyranny of the will. You are no longer an individual driven by selfish desires, but a pure, will-less subject of knowledge. You are simply observing, appreciating, and connecting with a deeper truth. Art allows us to see the universal ideas behind the chaotic mess of individual things. It offers a brief holiday from the hard labor of being you. It's a moment of pure, painless contemplation. This is why we seek out art, music, and nature. It's not just a hobby, it's a form of spiritual medicine, a temporary cure for the sickness of striving. But it is only temporary. the will always comes rushing back. So what was his more permanent solution? This next part is radical, and it might challenge everything you believe about what a good life is supposed to be. Schopenhauer's ultimate solution was what he called the denial of the will. This sounds grim, like giving up on life, but it's more nuanced than that. It's not about ending your life, it's about ending the control the will has over your life. It means recognizing the futility of chasing endless desires and consciously choosing to step off the hamster wheel. It's about cultivating a state of asceticism, not necessarily by living in a cave, but by simplifying your life, reducing your desires, and finding contentment in what you have rather than what you lack. It's about achieving a state of tranquility and peace by starving the beast of the will. This philosophy has deep parallels with Eastern traditions like Buddhism, which also emphasize the cessation of desire as the path to enlightenment. It's about understanding that true freedom isn't the ability to get whatever you want, but the ability to not want it in the first place. This means turning inward for validation instead of outward. It means choosing purpose over pleasure and compassion over competition. It's a profound shift in perspective from what can I get to what can I let go of. So, how can we apply this radical 200-year-old idea to our hypermodern lives? It starts with awareness. The next time you feel that gnawing desire for a new gadget, a promotion, or more likes on a post, pause and ask yourself, is this me talking, or is this the will? Recognizing the mechanism is the first step to disarming it. Practice mindfulness. Be present in the moment instead of constantly planning for a future that promises a happiness it can't deliver. Spend more time in nature and with art, allowing yourself those small holidays from your ego. And most importantly, practice compassion. Schopenhauer believed that recognizing that everyone else is also a prisoner of the same suffering will is the basis for all true morality. When you see the struggle in others, your own ego-driven desires seem less important. It fosters a sense of connection rather than competition. You start to see humanity not as a collection of rivals, but as fellow sufferers on the same difficult journey. Schopenhauer's diagnosis of the modern condition is chillingly accurate. He saw that a world built on endless growth and individual desire would not lead to utopia, but to a state of perpetual, low-grade misery, punctuated by moments of intense boredom. He saw us running on a treadmill, convinced that happiness is just one more step away, never realizing that the machine itself is the problem. But he also offered a way out, not an easy way, but a profound one. It's a path that requires courage to go against the grain of our entire culture, to choose simplicity over complexity, contentment over ambition, and compassion over self-interest. It's the radical act of deciding you have enough. The ultimate question he leaves us with is this: will you spend your life as a servant to your desires, forever swinging on the pendulum of pain and boredom? Or will you find the strength to quiet the will and discover the peace that lies on the other side? The choice is yours. What you just heard is more than a philosophy lesson. It's a potential lifeline in a world designed to make you drown in desire. If this video resonated with you, if it made you pause and question the very nature of your own happiness, then my work here is done. But the conversation doesn't have to end. The algorithms that control these platforms are a perfect example of Schopenhauer's will, blindly pushing for more engagement, more watch time. Let's use the machine against itself. Defy the algorithm's mindless push for fleeting content by subscribing and turning on notifications, making a conscious choice to engage with ideas that matter. More importantly, go down to the comments and share one thing you feel the will, is pushing you to chase in your life right now. By naming it, we take away its power. Thank you for watching.